Hi, it's Melissa here, and I'm just wanting to show you the project that I'm about to start working on. There was a free cut file designed by Kim Watson for Fancy Pants, and Kim did a really gorgeous page with it. And I saw it on Instagram, and she shared that you could download the cut file from the Fancy Pants blog. So, of course, I just love this. It's a house, and it says "Our Happy Home." And I think she designed it based on a dollhouse. And so I loved it. But rather than just cut it, I wanted to do something a bit different with it. So what I've done, I've just got it on my silhouette mat, which is what the bluey green colour is. So I sketched it just with a silver pen in my silhouette, and then I offset it, and then I, through that, got the silhouette to then cut out the doors and windows and these spaces here. And so what my plan is, of course, if you're going to use a Fancy Pants cut file, you should use a Fancy Pants collection. And I've still got plenty of my Millie and June from my Clique Kit. I think it was my July Clique Kit. And so I'm planning on backing the smaller ones. I'm going to put my photo in there. But first of all, what I need to do is hand stitch, and I've just realised I haven't punched holes there, but I've pierced holes, and so my intention is to hand stitch it and then fill it with some of these papers. So I think what I'll do is, because you guys all have seen me back cut files before, I'm going to stitch it, back it with the papers, and then I'll come back and film the rest of my process. So yeah, just wanted to share this with you before I got started. So I will be back. Well, for you, I'll be back straight away, but for me it's going to take me probably tonight, maybe a bit of time tomorrow. So I'm going to sit in front of the TV tonight and just stitch this. So yeah, I'll be back soon. So here's the cut file, and I've stitched it, and I had to back it with the paper. Well, I started stitching it, and then because of the offset lines, and there's 2 lines that need to be stitched, I had to back it with the photo and the paper before I stitched most of it, especially the bottom parts, to be able to stabilise it as I worked on it. So I was planning on showing you how I put the photo in, but anyway, had to do it. And it's really just the same as putting in the paper. So the hardest part was stitching the title, and I was a bit concerned about whether you'd even be able to see the title, whether it would be readable, but it's turned out not too bad, so I'm actually quite happy with it. So I just went through the papers. This is I think it's the June or July Clique Kit, featuring Fancy Pants Millie and June collection, and also some Cocoa Vanilla Studio in there as well. So I went through the papers that I had left, and I selected the one that I first looked at. It's always the way, isn't it? And it's this beautiful blue with white hearts on it, and I love how this cut file looks on it. And I'd always knew I wanted to cut my cut file out, but as seems to be the way, because I leave these things on the dining room table, there was a smudge of something on the cut file. So I did think about painting between the lines, and that's why it had a little bit of blue paint on it. But I decided not to. I thought I was too scared, actually, because it took me so much effort to stitch this. I didn't want to ruin it. So here I'm going to be working on embellishing, and before I do that, I want to adhere it, and I wanted it to go on the left-hand side of the page. If you have watched a lot of my videos or have seen my designs, you know I'm really a right heavy, put the photo on the right hand of the side kind of girl, but for this one I really felt that I wanted the house to go on the left. So now I'm just going through the embellishments, and I got I think it's a Life in Colour collection by Cocoa Vanilla, and I got the cut apart, the snippets is what they're called, and you get I think 6 sheets of cut aparts and also little word phrases. And I love them. They are just, I would recommend that you buy them if you were looking at this collection. So I'm just going through, that's them there. And I did think about having the Choose Happy as my title, but I've gone with well, it's not really a title, it's a subtitle. These are the days. And I liked it because it had a little banner at the bottom for some journaling. This is another cut apart, and I just wanted something to literally ground the house. So I thought this little row of hearts was really sweet. This photo, I've scrapped this photo 3 times now. It's a 12-week scan photo of our baby, and it's our 3 kids holding the photo, and I just love how excited and happy they are in the photo. So I've scrapped it 3 times for a reason. One is for my word for the year is grateful, and I'm making an 8x8. I think it's 8x8 mini, well, not mini album. I've got an 8x8 album, and I'm putting 8x8 layouts in it. So that one will be coming up, but I've made one with that. This one will probably go in the family album, and I've made another page as well that will go into my pregnancy or the baby's album. So now I'm just looking at some other embellishments that I have left. I've made a lot of layouts with this kit, but I've still got lots more product to work with. So here I'm just doing a tiny bit of journaling, like I said, because I've already scrapped it 3 times now. I don't need to say a huge amount. And I'm just going to pop that up on some dimensionals and position it just to the side of the house. And I wanted the stitching lines to show, so I haven't covered them. These are some other bits and pieces, and this is how I store my embellishments in these little containers. I had a whole heap of these stars. They're just from the ephemera pack left over, so I'm scattering them like stars in the sky and gluing them down. And I'm having to use glossy accents because I'm totally out of Tombow. So glossy accents is good though, it's very strong. So here are some of the phrases, and I couldn't find 2 white ones, so I went with a white one and a black one, and I really like the way that looks together. So I will be sticking them down. I did look at another phrase in white, but I wanted the second phrase to be shorter or just a single word, so that didn't look so it looked uneven on purpose, like that. So these are the puffy like enamel dots, and I just used some hearts, and I found a couple of places to put them. I'd put that little flower down the bottom, and so I just needed something else to go with it. So that is the final layout. Love this cut file, had such a fun time using it, and thank you Fancy Pants and Kim Watson for making it free. It's really awesome. Take care, I'll be back again soon.